Welcome to today's workshop. Today's workshop is based on Cyber Essential Baseline Control workshop, and this is a two of the first one workshop about the Cyber Essential. Today's topic will be being a secure foundation. I'm Kenneth Low, CISSP Technical Director of Version 2 Singapore PDA Unit. So let's get started. So today we'll talk about some basic about Cyber Essential framework and let you know how to build a baseline with cyber hygiene to align with the Cyber Essential framework. Well, we are designed mainly for SMB, IT manager, resellers, or service provider. So this chart, I think you guys may be very familiar with. There is 5 pillars from the CSA cybersecurity framework, which are designed for SME in Singapore. So the pillars are assets, control, secure and protect, updates, backup, and response. So we'll cover a few today, focusing on assets, secure and protect, and updates. So for access control, you have to know what kind of access you have before you can properly protect it, right? And how we can protect it, which is say some secure and safeguard control and like malware protection and some access control. And the third one is updates, how we can ensure up to date to our OS and software so we can prevent the abuse of vulnerability by hackers and attackers and cyber criminals. So solutions we'll cover today to respond to those pillars will be 1.0, Pandora, Altera, ESET, Notestater, Jomcall, ScaleFusion, NACView, NotPass, and SafeDNS. No worries, I won't go very depth in all of those solutions, but we'll highlight some major aspects that you may need to know. First, we talk about assets. Objective, of course, you need to know what you need to protect, right? Because if you don't know what you will protect, then you cannot have a proper measure to protect them. And you may miss something that will create more exposure and weakness to the attackers. So what need to do is maintain an up-to-date access inventory. So it should be include hardware, software, and data. You need to know how many computers, network device, server, mobile device, BYOD device that you have, and you need to control, and what kind of software you're running on those devices, and where are your important data host, right? If you don't know where is the important data, you never can do a proper backup. And in case of ransomware, you have no way to recover it from, right? So we have a few solutions that can help. First of all is 1.0, which is a easy to use, fast, and cost-effective access discovery and inventory software. And Pandora FMS is a function-rich system monitoring and visibility tools. Lastly is Altera, which is a unified IT management and patch inventory system. So it can help you not just monitor your device, but we have all sorts of automation functions and features that help you to patch and update your system with Altera. So second is about secure and protect your device. First of all, prevention of attacks, prevention from malwares, phishing, spam mail, and any others attack from the hackers and cyber criminals and internal insider threats. And also we have to protect our devices and software from unauthorized access. So key actions you need to do is deploy antivirus and anti-malware protection, implement access control and authentication, and using secure configuration settings. So first of all, of course, is ESET, which is a endpoint protection and threat intelligence solutions. It helps you to fight against malware, defense from unknown vulnerability abuse, and we have spam mail and phishing link filtering, so you can protect you from those attacks. And Lost is very interesting solution, which is a cybersecurity exposure, data breach monitoring, and dark web monitoring solutions. It's help you to find out is there any your accounts and credential is being leaked to the dark web, and if your organization, your IP address, or product names, or company name is being named in those dark web forums and Telegram chat groups, that a signal that someone may targeting you. Next is jump count, scale fusion, and AC view. They have a different function and features, but the main idea is to manage the identities, have access control, and manage your device. If you heavily rely on mobile device, Scale Fusion may be your friend. If you're more interested to replace your old faction Active Directory with a cloud directory while you're managing your laptops and server, Jomcloud may be a good option for you. Well, on the other hand, NotPass is a very good password manager. It applies to any circumstances, including laptop, desktop, and the tablets and others, or even SaaS application. Because we have so many accounts. Sometimes we can unify a single sign-on system, but sometimes we cannot. But remember, it's a complex, long password. Each of different platform is not almost not possible for an average person. So using a password manager can safeguard our password in a secure way, and we can ensure different platform have using different password. So in case of there's a data breach, the account will not spill over to others as system using the same username and password. And this is really common, right? Last but not least is Safe DNS, which is a very good DNS level filtering solutions. No matter what malware site, phishing link, spam mail, phishing site, or whatever, they require a DNS solutions. If we can filter those backlinks, bad website from users by Safe DNS, we can minimize and mitigate the possibility of a user being abused or attacked by those phishing or spam, right? And it is a very cost-effective, easy to use, and it applies additional layer of protection. Third is about update. So you may all know software may have problems, bugs, and loopholes, weakness that may be abused by attackers. So we need to keep our system up to date, because majority of the software vendor, or hardware vendor also, they will update the firmware, the software drivers. So in case there's a vulnerability, we have to update your system. But just rely on simple auto update or your system and software is far from enough, because there may be some configuration issues or compatibility issues that you have to rely on full functions patch management and vulnerability management tools. So Atera and Scale Fusion can help you to up to date for those server, PC, laptops, and mobile devices. Let's talk a little bit about the backup. So you have to back up your data in case the attack is successful. because we don't have a 100% prevention or detection system that can protect you from attackers 100%. So we has to assume the attacker sometimes or somehow they can successful attack, that we need to have some backup. So in case there's a destruction or a ransomware attack, we make we have to ensure we have something can restore from, right? So regular backup is critical, and a offsite or secure backup is also very important. You may know that many ransomware they will try to attack your system as well as your backup system, because if you got a backup to restore, you less likely will pay them for the ransom. So they will also try to remove all your means to restore, to make sure you will try to pay them the ransom, as well as they even make a copy of your data in case you didn't backup to restore with. They will disclose your data, sensitive data to the public to scare you or to push you to pay them for the ransom. So having a backup is sort of important. Encryption and other data protection is also very important. Fifth is about the response, well, which I will say which may be the biggest part for many SME and SMB customers or users. They may have protection, they have a backup, but they don't have proper planning for those response. In case there incident like maybe attack for malware, maybe a ransomware, your file being encrypted, or your system being hacked by hackers, they rip out your server settings, whatever. You may, if you don't have a proper response planning, you may need much more time first to identify the problems and how to restore from a backup or a system, how to rebuild, that you may need a plan. If you don't have the plan, you may need much more time to recover. So this will also cover in the workshop too. So pay attention. In case you're interested, please join the next one also. So now I will give you a quick demo on the few solutions. First is 1.0, next is EZ and a North Letter, then will be a jump cow and a Terra. Go on. Okay, the first one we'll go through is the demonstration of 1.0. So 1.0 is a cloud-based solutions, which you have to deploy something we call Explorer, which is a tiny piece of software. You can host it on Windows, Linux, Mac, or BSD variants, or even a Raspberry Pi. Just a small piece of software, and then it will run the level scan to your organization. Then you will have a list of inventory. So we will try to discover all of your devices, and as well as is there any open ports, and what kind of service is running, and we may try to give you some screenshot in case there is a web interface. Let's drill down to one of that. Maybe we go to a NAS. So you can see we will know the IP address and the device name or software name, and many metrics that we can discover with 1.0. And also we will know how many ports is open. So there's lots of information that you may make use of in case you need to search our database. So you can do very quick search, like for example, I want to know how many NAS in your site. That is 2. Maybe I want to know how many Apple devices we have. That is 1. So run 0 is a pure level discovery and inventory system. So it is quick and easy to use tools. Besides that, if you give them a SNMP, we can generate many other interesting reports by getting information from your network switches. Like we can find out if there is unnecessary data breach. What does it mean? Network breach. What does it mean? In case you have different subnet or networks, some of them may be work as internal. Some should not have a connection to others, but that may not the case. So we will help you to find out if there is a unnecessary connection between different network. So the user may use it as a bridge and go escape to the internet. And also we have topology diagrams. So in case we have switches information, we will know each device is connected to which switches, and then we can close it and expand this. So we will know which port is being used and which device it is. Right, it's very cool, right? So next is talk about ESET. Let me pull up, please wait. So this is a ESET Protect console. Nowadays, we have majority of features. We would highly recommend user to use the cloud console. So we can manage multiple sites with a single console, and we can manage from the cloud and many functional features like patching and vulnerability measurements. Like this, we can highlight all the software is out today with our cloud service. Besides that, we are not just using known malware technology. We have in product sandbox, as well as we have the cloud sandbox integration. So we can serve and protect your endpoints as well as your email and patching your system. So for others, I think quite simple. You mainly organize the device with groups, and you can centralize, find out all the threats and detection. We have EDR agent that you can remote deploy and have an EDR console to manage the events. Let me close it. Sorry about that. So you can make use of ESET to protect all those devices from different aspects. Okay, so next is about, let me check. Next should be about not stellar. Or not. Thing. Let me find a. Okay. So there is a definer. Okay, version 2. So we have lost data, which is a dark web monitoring tools. So if you give him a domain, we will try to discover all possible data breach on the dark web. Is there something selling your credential? And also we can help you to find out is that you can have rules to detect is there is a dark web forums, telegrams group, ransomware blogs, or marketplace selling your credential in the dark web. You can create rules to find out if your IP address, if your domain is being talked about that in their dark web forums or hacker groups and companies. And also we have a domain scripting detection. We will find out any similar domain names. We will have similar content with your original site to identify is there any possible phishing site. And also we will try to do external vulnerability detections. So we will try to scan your IP address and domain from external to find out any open ports, open surface, and also if there are any known vulnerabilities. So it is a cybersecurity exposure detection tools that real-time monitoring is there any data breach and something bad happened in the dark web, targeting to your website and domain and IP address, as well as your user emails. So it is a very cool tools in case you have experience on a DDoS and very targeting phishing attack or ransomware attack. You may need to know more from the North Star so you can prepare and prevent before something really bad happens, or you at least you know something already happened. Because if you don't monitor dark web, sometimes you never knows before your account being removed or password being changed. So be aware of that. So North Star is really a interesting tools to play around, and you can get a feature out to access the data that we have. Next, let's take a look on Jumcard. So for Jumcard, which is a cloud directory, we can say it is a cloud IDP. Let me log in, give me a second. Let me go to this one. So this is a tendon that we recently create, but there's no data. I try to walk through the system to you. So Jumcard is a cloud directory solution that can be replace AD, work with AD. And the main point why we use Jumcard is you may have some device that cannot be managed by Active Directory, like a Mac device, but you need to manage the login, you want to manage the software, you manage the paging. So Jumcard also have all sorts of information, and they have a device policy, which is similar to a group policy for Windows, but it also applies to Windows and Mac and Linux. And we also do some software management, and we can remote deploy software and update your software, update your patches, as well as we have, because it's a cloud IDP, we can do single sign-on to many of your SaaS application. Even we have just-in-time provisioning functions. It means that even your user entitled to use like a 10 or 12 or 100 SaaS applications, they may not necessary to use it in the whole life in your company. So maybe they're entitled to use box.com or OneDrive, whatever, but they may never access this. So we can help you to save money by provision the account just before the user to access them the first time. So we can save lots of money on the license of those SaaS applications, and we can help you to provision and deprovision of those accounts in case they are onboarding or offboarding, which is a very handy function features in case you have many users versus in many SaaS and cloud applications. And we also have a legacy LDAP functions, so you can integrate your on-premise NAS and many legacy applications that integrate rely on Active Directory. It also works with JumpCloud. So it is a very sophisticated solutions in case you want to have a centralized identity server to control all your device over the globe. It is a very handy tools to cover with. Next, let's take a look at Atera, the last one. Give me some time. Atera. So Atera is a remote management tools as well as a ticketing system. Although there's not a important component for ticketing system in the Cyber Essential, but in many real cases, especially if you have other compliance you to follow with, or you have many remote user or end users, a ticketing system to save your time and life. So Atera is also a cloud solutions. Then you just install agent to your endpoints. Then we can remote access it, as well as we can do lots of things on that. Let's take a look. So this is the Windows PC. We have the host name. We have the work group, IP address, last log on, hardware information, disk information, OS security, and many others information. And we can also manage it with update the patch, software install, manage the Windows service, disable, start, restart, and resume it. And also we can take a look on the task manager. Is there any suspicious or heavily memory consumed tasks we can kill remotely without using remote access? And we can run script and many others. And we have a ticketing system, so we can load the kits with the users in case they have some helps required, like into software. If there's a problem for the application, they can load a ticket. And Atera is heavily integrated with OpenAI, which is a Copilot. So you can use the AI to generate reply, generate summary, ask them for suggestion in case there are printer issue, configuration issue, software issue. So you can bridge many your technology gap for the users or the administrators. And we have some automation profile, which is help you to automate your patching and software install. So you can handle the Windows update, Mac and Linux updates. Use Winget to update Windows software, or Homebrew to update Mac software and the repository for Linux. And also we can run scripts with those automation profile. So it is a tools that you can remote manage and monitoring all your devices with automation profile, with AI integrations that save your time and make your IT operation much more efficient. So that's all for the demonstration. So let's take a quick summary. So we have 5 pillars for the cyber essential in each of the categories. What we need to do, like access, we need to inventory, we need invisibility. You can run zero, Atera, or Pandora. If you need to do the protection part, you have to do endpoint protection, access control, and some of the configuration management. So ESET, Logsdata, Jumcall, ScaleFusion, all can help you. Third is about updates. So you can make use of Terra, Jumcall, and ScaleFusion to help you patching, update your software. For backup and response, please wait for the workshop 2. But it's very simple. You have to do the data backup, make sure you got offsite copies, and the response, you need to live monitoring and know that something happened, and then you have an incident response plan. Then you can execute based on those different kind of attack. So that's the final summary. So it is important to enforce for the cyber hygiene, fundamental cyber hygiene for each SME, SMB, or anyone actually. So it's a practical checklist online the CSA controls. You can adopt those solutions, and you may come for the next workshop that we will talk more about automation as well as the update and backup and the response part, which will feature a few more solutions. So that's all for today's workshop. Thank you for your joining. In case your question, any others problems, please do contact us by email or calling us. We will try to help you as soon as we can. Thank you for your time. Cheers. Bye-bye.